Basically, Trinidad James said Atlanta runs New York. He had a rant in New York, in the city of New York, to a crowd. He was brought there by Converse to perform in the show.
I was gonna say, what was the venue? I can't remember the event.
Yeah, it was doing something for Converse, you know, that helped put his shoe game on 30 mil. He just had this rant for whatever reason, and I don't know what provoked it. I don't know why he said it. Some people speculate that the crowd he was performing in front of were not really giving a lot of energy back, so he caught feelings. So, you know, he decided he wanted to go on a tirade and say, you know, Atlanta runs New York. And you heard the video, right? Yeah. You can hear him walking that way, and you're like, oh man, but he stepped so far out there, he couldn't come back. He couldn't come back.
Dead in hip hop conversations. Dead in hip hop conversations. We're here with Night Wonder. What's good, homie? Peace to the A. Dead in hip hop.
And I'm surprised he even got out of the building because them motherfuckers
disagree with
pissed.
You agree or disagree with him?
I don't agree with what he said.
Word.
Atlanta runs New York.
But that's not what he said. See, you mixed messages.
That's what he said. He did say that.
Oh well, he said it. He said it in a way like
I'm thinking he was meaning,
part of what he was saying.
I'm thinking he was meaning maybe New York radio, probably.
He was.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't say that though.
He said we run y'all musically. That's what he said.
And I think now that's kind of true.
I'm just saying.
That's true. You can't
from New York.
You can't get mad at that.
He's from New York.
You can't get mad at that, and you know, heck, ASAP Ferg got a song called Trap Lord. Like, you know, that's a New York. That's a Harlem dude, and he had Southern type beats that's popular in New York.
Yeah, that trap
you can't really get mad at that right there, though.
But isn't that what commercial radio is now? Is it not the Atlanta sound? Is that not what dominates radio from New York to LA?
I think y'all got caught up in the cleanup. Because he tried to clean that shit up after he said it. Yeah,
he tried to.
Because everybody
after Maino called it.
Manio.
How you say his name?
Maino.
Maino?
Just think about it, M-A-N-O. Just act like the I ain't there. No I in Maino.
Okay, Maino.
There you go.
I don't listen to his music anyway.
I don't either. I know that man's name though. You better know what he's talking about, nigga.
And I think people were kind of maybe okay with what he said, but I think what Maino was saying was like he was trying to be hard with it, but Trinidad James has been on that shit for a minute now. Like, if you got a problem with me, with what I say, come see me or call me.
Look. It's not even about the what he said. The thing about it is you can't go into somebody else's house and criticize their house. You just can't do that. I cannot go into your house and be like, dude, this is some shitty wall color. You need a different color on your walls. You just don't do that. Even if it's true. Even if everything that he said is true, you don't do that. It's disrespectful. Very. It's not like he's walking in there saying fuck New York, but at the same time, you can take it that way.
Kinda, yeah.
Fuck your house. Fuck your crown molding. Fuck your windows. Fuck that TV you got.
Nigga, that front porch is ass.
Because if he
what?
The front porch is ass.
Because if he just said that
he was going along with your analogy.
Oh, the front porch is ass. I thought you said you should front porch his ass. No. Just kick him out.
I'm saying, but yeah, Mike right though. Like if he would have did that like in Chicago or Detroit or something,
or Atlanta,
he wouldn't have left that stage. I mean, you saw what happened to Trick Daddy. Trick got in his ass right before he even left the stage. So yeah.
So was Maino like the trick of New York?
No, like because if he was
that thug representative.
Because if he was, Trinidad James would have got fucked up on spot right
Maino
there.
Wasn't there. Maino wasn't there. He heard about it later. He was asking New York dudes, why the fuck did you guys let this happen?
On the phone call. Yep, he did say that. Yep.
So, no, it wasn't Maino's fault. I really believe if Maino was there, he would have stepped to him right then and there.
I think we got on stage or wherever.
Yeah, no.
He would have been, hey, the fuck you mean by that? You better clarify your statement before you leave this room.
After that pissed everybody off so much, it was that if I don't mean nothing and I don't want to start nothing, but if you want to do something, we can do it. Or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the part that I think was pissing people off. It wasn't so much.
You can't, like you said, you can't walk in somebody's house like, yeah, man, your carpet fucked up. You want to do something about it?
Right. I think if anybody, it doesn't matter who it is, if somebody came to Atlanta and basically said that they did not respect what Atlanta was doing right now,
Yeah.
There's some knuckleheads that would rush that
Yeah.
stage in a heartbeat. They would have not let him get off that stage alive.
Right.
Which I'm surprised he even got away with saying it while there.
In New York.
Yeah, I mean, he's performing, he's right there. He said, like, if you got a problem with it, come see me. And there are people in attendance that kind of just let that shit slide. Like New York, if there's one city, I guess Detroit's the same way, but New York is a very, very proud fucking city, dog.
They've lost their heart, man.
Yeah, they're very proud.
So again, my question is: there validity to what Trinidad James is speaking?
Of course there is, but it's just not a matter of. That's not something that he should say. The truth doesn't belong to anybody, but at the same time, you cannot say that and think that it's okay.
Yep.
You're first of all, wrong messenger.
Yeah, like he said,
you can't
right
back it up.
message, wrong message.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right message,
exactly.
wrong message.
Yeah.
Exactly. If T.I. or Andre went up there and said something to that effect, I think it would have held a little bit more weight.
Yeah.
But no disrespect to Trinidad, but someone like Trinidad James, who got hot off of one jam, hasn't released a full album yet,
Another mixtape.
and he's supposedly doing an album now,
Which is hotter than
which he says is hotter
everything
than
that's
everything
in
else
New
he's
York
doing.
right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised how he didn't get 300. You know what I'm saying? Like in 300, when the messenger came to Leonidas, he was talking all crazy, and he kicked him inside of that hole.
Oh.
That's what that's what should have happened to that. I didn't understand how New York. You know what I'm saying?
I don't need that slide.
Yeah, I didn't let that slide like that.
Because people got him out of there. He's
No,
not.
he still played jams after he said that shit. He wasn't rushing off the stage.
Yeah,
No,
wasn't
but I'm
rushing off
saying he
stage,
got
yeah.
out of the city. No, he wasn't rushing off the stage, which is basically what I was saying. Like, how did he even finish performing?
I agree.
You know, but after he was performed, they rushed his ass. And this is what I read. They rushed his ass backstage, and they locked the doors. And they said they made sure the building was clear before they even brought him out. And they were letting nobody back there.
I believe that.
Yeah, they were letting nobody back there. I think AG the coroner was there. He said that.
Yeah,
He
he was
there.
tweeting
Yeah,
about
I
it.
saw, because
Yeah,
he was tweeting like crazy. So maybe, I'm thinking like, was he really there? Because he was tweeting like he was like actually there.
Yeah, he said they were not gonna let anybody back there to get him.
Wow.
There's just certain things that are over the line. Like Trinidad James, no matter what he says, he has to know that people don't take him seriously. So when it's coming from someone like him, I think it's more of a shot, because it's not like you really worked to get where you are. It's not like you really put in this blood,
grinded.
sweat, and tears and grinded. You
You
didn't.
didn't grind.
You
just
threw
got
out
that
some shit and you got it. So for you to come to another state, and you being someone that did not work for what you got, you come to another state and say, you know what?
That created it.
Right,
no-
right,
Mecca.
right, exactly. The Mecca.
The Mecca.
And you say, my city runs your city musically. You cannot tell me that you didn't think that was an insult. Maybe he just didn't think about what he said before he said
And
it.
it's how he said it.
That's why he was backtracking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's how he
You
said it, because
backtrack
sometimes
hard,
you
too.
gotta be politically correct depending on the message or whatever you're trying to say. And I think that he could, even Trinidad himself, could have said that in a different way and it wouldn't got the same type of response.
You think he wanted that response?
And I think it goes to
He
the
wanted the
facade
attention,
of
yes.
artists that like shit don't matter. I ain't got no worries. You know what I'm saying? I think it goes to artists like Trinidad that like shit, like it don't matter, but it does matter. And I think some artists don't understand that.
You listen to the
And
whole thing, the whole clip?
what am I
The
missing?
whole, did you listen to the whole clip? Did you listen to the whole clip?
Yeah,
Did you hear what he
yeah.
was talking about right before he said that? Think about it. Think back. He was talking about Kendrick.
He did say something about Kendrick.
He said a lot about Kendrick. The conversation
so I missed
started
the whole
out.
clip.
Yeah, he started off talking about Kendrick, and he was like, "Kendrick been hot. I've been known he was hot." And he dropped that verse and da. Then right after that is when he said the shit about Atlanta running New York. So it was almost like he was trying to feed off of that fire that Kendrick's lit, and then try to like ride that coattail. And I just
Two
don't think
different
he.
things.
It's two completely
two
different
exactly,
things.
yeah.
Kendrick was not necessarily insulting New York.
And he
was
can rap.
And he can rap.
He could back it up.
He
has the credentials to be like, if you want to come at me in any way, shape, or form, lyrically, I got you. Come at me. Come see me. Trinidad doesn't have that same foundation to stand on.
And I think it's two things. Is that kind of going back to what you were saying, Mike? When Trinidad James popped, he pissed off a lot of people.
Yes.
Some people were open about it. Some people were not.
Yep.
So then you come out and you say this, and you, like you said, got a lucky break, what gives you the right to say that in New York?
It's rubbing their face in this shit.
Right.
But he got a lot of look, and I'm not saying that Trinidad has that type of credibility, but you know, a lot of Atlanta artists backed him. So maybe he feels that he does have the city on his back. So it's like, well, shit, I can say
Trinidad
this.
is hot.
I understand that.
That's not backing him. He's hot.
No, he's right. There are Atlanta dudes that co-sign Trinidad James.
Exactly. From
So maybe
Get-Go,
Trinidad
artists,
Big Boy is one of them. From
Maybe he thought that he could do that. Maybe he was. I agree with Ralph. Maybe he thought Atlanta's got my back.
Atlanta got my back. So even if I come out with something that's not all that good, like if all of y'all come at me, maybe Atlanta, you know, will come too.
He got the king of the South in his corner, so maybe he feel like he'd be invincible.
That's also hot. He's hot. He's gonna make money off.
Is he
Trinidad
still
James
hot though? Really?
By proxy, he was hot. But he was back.
I think he did that. I think that's the reason why. I think after all go to everything, yeah, he was talking town. He dropped a mixtape that nobody's really talking about. His steam is going down, and now he's in trouble. And now all of a sudden he wanna create this, you know, buzz saying New York ain't nothing just to get people talking again, and that's what we're doing.
Well, I think it came from a sincere place at the end of the day.
Possibly, but
like we said, it was the right. You know, the message is technically correct. The message is technically correct, but I think in the way that he delivered that message is kind of incorrect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that.
So what did you guys think about the Maino call?
I didn't listen to that.
And agree with Mike, it was funny, but it was like some bitch shit to record it though. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
like, for real, you gonna record the conversation for what?
Hey, look, Maino's a nigga of the streets.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he's really a dude from the
What?
street.
Didn't he smack Young Dro?
He's known.
He smacked Young Dro.
I don't know about that.
He smacked somebody.
Yeah.
They call him the hand of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Y'all don't know this?
Yeah,
Like they say, like, oh, where's the hand of God? The hand of God is Maino fucking choke motherfuckers, like yoking them up.
He has a rep.
Look, he had a show. What was it called? The Life of some white guy.
It was on MTV.
Yes.
I saw
and
it.
he followed Maino around, and he said something slick.
Yeah.
Now this is on MTV,
Yeah.
and this is the dude's show.
Maino had to take him outside.
fucking choke slammed him. Like, Maino's not that dude to fuck with.
Yeah,
I really genuinely feel like if Maino saw Trinidad, it would be a wrap.
What he say? He go clean his teeth before he beat his ass. I'm gonna brush your teeth first before I whoop your ass.
And so Trinidad, you know, is still talking tough. Maybe he didn't know Maino's
On the phone?
pedigree. I don't know. No, on Instagram. He did something on Instagram. You know.
I don't think Maino could just come in Riverdale and just choke up no Trinidad
I bet he
James
could.
though. No,
I bet he could, because I don't think Atlanta would back that up.
Maino can go to an Atlanta show and maybe do that to Trinidad, but he not going to the hood and doing it.
Nah,
Trinidad,
Talking about Clayton County here.
Yeah,
that hood hanging out.
no.
Is that where you gotta find Trinidad in the hood?
Well, I don't know. I don't know nowadays. I don't know if he done moved on up to the suburbs just yet. But I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, regardless, I don't think that was a wise thing for Trinidad.
No,
And I don't think that trying to act a little bit tough with someone like Maino is a wise thing.
Which is
I don't think he was trying to act tough with him though, was he?
I thought he
At
was.
first, because he was just like, you got my number, dog, just call me.
Just call me.
Like, why you putting this shit on Twitter? And the man was like, I ain't gotta call you, motherfucker.
You should call me.
You should call me. But then he called him anyway.
He called him anyway, and that's where you recorded the conversation.
Because they linked up and said, yeah, we can talk about it, and they talked about it, he recorded it, and
It ain't about me. It's bigger than me, man. It's about New York City.
Right, you need to apologize to my city. And Trinidad said, the video's coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then the video comes out, and it's not really an apology.
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't. It
So-
was an apology, non-apology.
So what, you were trying to like back down in the video, but then, on the phone call, but then the video comes out and it's not really an apology?
Phone call.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he said, I'm not apologizing. He said, I'm not apologizing. But then he went on to say that he loved New York.
Well, why should he apologize if he felt like that wasn't what he was trying to say?
Because he got to eat. You know, he goes to New York. He make money in New York. You know,
But again, he shouldn't
But
apologize
my
because
thing-
there's some truth to it.
It doesn't matter. I think he now understands that it was not his truth to say.
right.
Granted, New York artists don't support other New York artists, but that is not an Atlanta MC's responsibility to come in there and say that.
But at the same time, should he have to apologize for it, even though there was truth there? That's all
He
I'm
shouldn't
saying.
have to, but if he understands that he offended somebody because he insulted their house, then yes, he should apologize. If I say something to you, even though I don't mean it offensive, You felt some kind of way about it. You were really upset. So I'm gonna say, Ralph, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, so should Trinidad have a public apology or apology to those people that feel some type of way?
He should. Well, he can't call every single motherfucker in New York that was offended. So he's gonna have to
put out a public apology. You know, basically clearing up what he was trying to say. The fact of the matter is this. You know. Who's gonna want to? They can really shut him out. Like
they could.
You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is this. But the numbers support what he said.
That doesn't matter,
It doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Doesn't matter,
it's
man.
It's not his job to say it.
This business is all about politics. You go in and you offend New York, like everybody said, the Mecca. They be like, yeah, nah, we're not working with him anymore.
Yeah, they can shut him
anymore.
out.
He's done.
There'd be no music for him to make if it was not for New York. So what makes you think that it's okay for you to go to New York and just basically say that my city runs your city? It doesn't matter if that's correct. That's not your house. You can't walk into somebody else's house and say shit about their house. It's disrespectful. If you had that big of an issue, talk to the artists themselves. But basically what he did was he went to your house party and insulted your house in front of your entire group of friends. When he could have just pulled you to the side and said, man, your bathroom dirty.
Well, it wasn't just the artist. He was trying to reach the radio too.
He could have contacted the radio stations. He didn't say that shit on when he was on Breakfast Club or Hot 97.
Well, he don't feel like the radio stations up there like him anyway, though.
That's
but
his
they were playing his music. They interview him.
They play his music because they have to.
Because they played his music because he was hot. Right, like you said, because he was there. And that was kind of part of his gripe. He was like, you guys have all of these dope artists, but you're not playing them on the radio. Well, guess what, Trinidad James? That argument has been had by other people before. There's reasons behind that. You cannot be the champion for that. Exactly. Like, nobody's going to follow you. You can't lead that march.
Right. Nope.
Not from the 80s.
And no offense to
Wait. He can say that, but he just can't say it in New York.
No, he can't say it the way he said it. And it was disrespectful to say that shit on a New York stage. If he was in Atlanta and he said that, I feel like that would still be a bit disrespectful because there's no reason for him to say that. So he can't just
say it. I mean, that's how he feel. He just can't say it.
He can't.
I get you. I'm with you on the whole New York thing, coming in somebody's house and saying it. But if you feel some type of way, I mean, why can't you just say it?
I'm not saying you can't, but
I'm saying that the numbers support him too.
You know. All right, man. We get that, bro. Let it go. Let it go, man. Let it go.
Like freedom of speech is not freedom from responsibility. If you want to pop off, don't get surprised when someone pops you in the mouth. If you want to run your mouth, expect to get popped in it. So there's no reason for him to say it. That's the whole point. You're eating off of this fact. So why would you even speak on it? I know you have New York friends and you think it's fucked up, but that's not your place, and you have no reason.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, just like you said, Mike, he should be happy.
Right.
He should be happy they're playing Atlanta music. Yeah. Because at one point, they were not playing Atlanta music at all.
Right.
So he should be in, hell yeah. I'm like, hell yeah. Thank you, New York. Thank you. I love New York. I love New York. I love New York. It's my favorite city in the whole world.
But that's not what he wanted to do, though, obviously.
He wanted to spark controversy.
He wanted to spark controversy because his steam was running out, man. That's what I think. I think
I think it came from a sincere place, but
I think his steam was running out, dog. And he needed people to talk about it again.
No, it's bigger than that. Because I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying that he. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, like Habib's talking about, like his buzz is dying. Come on, let's be honest. Since All Gold Everything, he hasn't had anything. You dropped a whole project that nobody's really talking about. You haven't had another radio jam since. But you gotta do something.
Come from a sincere place. I feel right in that. It could have come from a sincere place. At the same time, he should have thought twice before he started popping off at the mouth.
But I don't think it came off sincerely either, though. That's the thing. I think the idea.
It did, and that was the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It came off sincere. Yeah. Like he really believed that. If it didn't come off sincere, I don't think anybody would have cared.
Exactly.
Like if he was like up there, Atlanta or New York.
Yeah. Or if he was drunk, it's like, he was drunk. You know what I'm saying? He was just talking out his ass. But nah, he was clearly like feeling some type of way about it.
Like, man,
which I don't know why. Let me come step to me then.
Right, that was the thing. It's like, why are you saying that on a New York stage? Like, you don't think these dudes will touch you? Why you think
this is New York at the end of the day?
Right. You got bodyguards, sure, but come on, man.
There's some street dudes in New York that we all know about. Like, you know, and there's a lot of industry cats in New York that will touch you when you come back over there, bro.
So is he done?
Is he done what?
Like,
Not yet.
is this the end of Trinidad James?
He got a couple more years.
No, he has to put it. He's not done over this. This ain't gonna ruin his career.
No, it's not gonna ruin.
So New York's not gonna shut him out.
I think people gonna check his music now that he said this.